I don't want to enable audio playback.
All right, let's do the old intro. Welcome for everybody who's online watching. And then let me make sure that I'm recording on Zencaster.
So we're on Streamio.
There.
Okay, restream.
What? Yeah, we're on Restream.
I don't have a chat box up, so
That's fine. I got it.
all right.
Yeah. Cool beans. Let me go ahead and just run through the old intro. What's up, game geeks and tech junkies? Welcome to A Gaming Moment, a weekly podcast about everything gaming and streaming related, including the news, tech, and software behind it. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram so you can engage with us, as well as find out when we're streaming the podcast and get a first listen before it goes out across all of your favorite podcasting platforms. I'm Dagan07, and with me as always, WildTwinsFan. What's going on, Wildy? It's been a minute.
Yep. Excited off, and we had to just jump into it today because some big news came out, and got to be in on that. So we were gonna cap it off this week anyways, but here we are tonight, and we got to talk about a huge story with Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard, King Games.
Yeah, this is big, man. They're set to acquire Activision Blizzard for basically $95 a share, which is valued at a grand total of $68.7 billion, which once this is all said and done will make Microsoft become the world's third largest gaming company by revenue, only behind Tencent and Sony. So the planned acquisition includes franchises from Activision, Blizzard, and King Studios, like Waldy said. So basically, Microsoft's going to own Warcraft, World of Warcraft, Diablo, Overwatch, Call of Duty, and Candy Crush. That's just to name a few. There's so many more classic Activision titles like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and then other Blizzard titles like StarCraft and Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm. Some of the lesser known stuff, but the diehard Blizzard, the diehard World of Warcraft people, the diehard Warcraft people know these types of games. And man, I don't know, Wildy. This is like I said, this is huge.
Yeah, I mean, now Microsoft's moving them now to the third largest gaming company by revenue, with Tencent. I think Tencent are they probably the leaders. I don't have the market share at the moment.
Yeah, I think they're the leaders because of the all the mobile games and all the microtransactions that they have through that mobile game.
They kind of got their fingers in every little a piece of every little thing, and then Sony obviously. So I think it's a good move. I'm excited for this. Like we've talked about earlier episodes of, that Microsoft was growing their gaming division, and we talked about the previous acquisitions, and so not super surprising, but this is still pretty surprising because that's a big company for them to take, and
it's a big chunk of change too.
Yeah, big chunk of change. So they think they're going to make some money on this, And one of the talking points I had seen them talking about a little bit is just that mobile element. And we've talked about Xbox, and Microsoft has always been kind of weak on phone games and their store and stuff like that. And I think they're buying the presence. They're buying King Games, and that's a big developer. And I believe that they are actually the most profitable division of this acquisition, because you got everyone that's got a phone and everyone that can do microtransactions, and not everyone's got a console. Not everyone can still get a console. We're still talking about that season 3 about people not being able to get a console. So it is what it is. But people got phones, and I think that access is those microtransactions, those watch an ad for something to get some microtransactions and stuff like that. Um, there's a lot of money in those scraps, and if you can get daily people engaged and people spending little bits daily, it's a massive cash cow.
Yeah, it'll
So
add up. It'll add up pretty quickly. What I'm hoping is that they listen to like a lot of the console and even PC gamers. Since Activision owns a lot of rights to Call of Duty, maybe we'll see Call of Duty end up on the Xbox Cloud, so that way, we're not having to install 120 130 gig games on our devices, whether it's console or PC. And then I know for PC, when we have to update, it takes up like 60 to 70 additional gigs when the update happens, and then it kind of clears it up after the update. But you still need quite a bit of real estate on a hard drive just to update the game. So I'm hoping they move a lot of this to the Xbox Cloud, to where we don't actually have to install the games anymore. And hopefully they're thinking about that throughout this acquisition.
yeah, it'd be interesting to see where they go with that. I mean, the Xbox Cloud's pretty neat already.
Mm-hmm.
We were on tonight playing golf with friends, and a couple people didn't even have the game, but they had the Xbox Ultimate Pass, and they're able to just go cloud play the game. Didn't have to worry about downloading it or any of that stuff. And then it's not really that fast paced of game right now, so they were able to just log in and join our friends that had the games installed in their hard drives and play with them and
Yeah, and
have a good time.
it'll allow people that have like potato computers to run these games at decent settings and whatnot. And it could only benefit them. And we might see a bigger adoption of COD. There's a lot of people bailing out on COD because of everything. But I think the biggest reason why Microsoft is purchasing Activision Blizzard is because of the issues that the company has been having lately with, what is it, sexual misconduct allegations and all that other stuff. Like it's not necessarily what's going on in the gaming world. It's actually like just what's going on within the company that's causing a lot of turmoil within the company. And now, I think Microsoft's coming in and trying to, basically buying it for pennies on the dollar. We're talking about like less than $10 a share. I don't know what Microsoft's or what Activision's stock price is right now. Let me pull it up real quick.
Oh, it's got Microsoft's way up today. I think Microsoft jumped like 25%. But you talk about all the controversy, but you got Bobby, who's in charge of that he's in charge of Activision, and he's going to continue his role, and he's been right in the thick of named person that's been allegations have been lodged against. So I don't know if we're going to see any real changing in the guards, but I think Microsoft has a stronger ethic, corporate ethic. They're not going to tolerate shenanigans, and I don't think they will hesitate wield a little bit of power if need be. So it'll be interesting to see if Bobby, how long he holds off, or if he does hold off or whatever. But they're saying with the power that he wields, that there's no way he didn't sign off on this deal. So, he's not signing off on his meal ticket. He's
I think they'll
he's
give him
deeply involved. I think they're gonna cash him out probably here at some point, which probably is how it's gonna go anyways. And
yeah, I was just about to say that they'll probably give him some sort of severance incentive package to step down from his position and resign from the company that way. Microsoft's kind of notorious for those type of things, but I do anticipate a changing of the guard at least within the year after the transition period, and they definitely need to get the bad apples out, and hopefully we'll see a better product, an end product from Activision Blizzard. Hopefully the Call of Duty games, we're COD fans. Hopefully the Call of Duty games will be better. Maybe they'll help work on the cheating issues and the hacking issues and just the overall quality of the game. I mean, I know since the new Warzone map has come out, there's been a lot of issues here and there, and I think they've kind of taken care of a lot of them over the past few weeks, but there still are issues there. So
I think we saw some cleaning house there too on the Activision side, where they were kind of thinning the herd already with developers and stuff, and that kind of makes sense with the writing on the wall for this acquisition and stuff like that. But overall, I think you're going to still have Phil Spencer up on top of all these, and he's proven to be a stand-up guy, a gamer, a man of his word. I don't know anything ever bad said about Phil Spencer. He seems like a good guy, and everything since he stepped in the gaming world, you can tell he's made everything better, and he's an ambassador. He's a leadership that the gaming needed. So I'll be interested to see what Phil can kind of do, or what power he can wield to make these companies better, or more profitable, or stronger. But
yeah, and then on top of all this, there's some interesting dynamics here with some of the games, right? So I don't know if many of you guys know, but what was it, 3 or 4, 5 years ago, Call of Duty had an agreement with Microsoft, with Xbox, to release like new maps and stuff like a month early before it came out to PC and PlayStation. And then right around that time period that I just stated, like, what is it, 3 or 5 years ago, they switched it over to PlayStation. Now, is that going to change? And then, are we going to see games like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro? Are we going to see, those are PlayStation only games? Are we going to see Xbox versions of those games? Are we going to see it join the classics list where like Banjo and Kazooie are on the Xbox Game Pass? There's, are they going to bring these classics games over to Xbox? And then are we going to see like a new Guitar Hero game, or now we might actually see Spider-Man, depending on how Sony, because Sony I think still owns Spider-Man, most of the rights to Spider-Man. So I don't know if we're going to see a Spider-Man game for Xbox now.
Yeah. I mean, I think the one thing I think you can count on is, I don't know, we don't know what contracts they got behind the scenes, but I can expect to see Microsoft or Xbox come into the competitive scene, because right now competitive games are played on PS4s, PS5s. So I expect that to switch over to the Microsoft world. That's gonna carry a little bit of weight. Sony, it's gonna hurt Sony a bit to I think, to kind of, Microsoft was the better 360, the PS2 version, PS3. The PS3 was better than the Xbox One. And now you see the Xbox carrying that power again, and they're not sitting back. They want to be the top dog. They want to be the console in your house. And they're spending money and they're acquiring, like we've been talking about from the history of this podcast, that Microsoft is going to take that stuff. So they're gonna be able to wield a lot of influence
Yeah,
with gamers and such. So
like you said, they're not afraid to spend. I mean, they did go out and buy Mixer, or Beam.io is what it was called before it was Mixer, and then went out and spent the money to get like Ninja and Shroud over to the platform, and then of course they kind of did a set it and forget it kind of thing with Mixer, and it kind of failed on them, so they had to drop that project. And hopefully we won't see the end of a lot of these Activision and Blizzard titles. That hopefully they don't go the way of Mixer, and I don't think they will, because there's too much of a following for games like World of Warcraft. Like, they're gonna make a ton of money off World of Warcraft.
yeah.
Let's just put that out there right now. You have, I don't know how many people paying $15 a month just to play this game. And then all of the microtransactions from COD and Destiny for skins and weapon skins and stuff like that. So I mean, I think they really did kind of buy a cash cow, and I think all they're gonna need is the right leadership to right the ship on this, and they're gonna sit back and laugh all the way to the bank. And the other thing, like you said, when it comes to the competitive scene, is Activision was huge in the esports market, right? So they own a lot of esports rights and a lot of tournament rights, and now
The Overwatch League,
yeah.
League's huge. It's not as probably as big here in the States, but it's big worldwide. And so it's like, I think people take a little bit of that stuff less serious, but that's a big series that had that suffered a lot of fallout from the accusations and stuff, and I think Microsoft's got the right attitude and the right persona or whatever to right the wrongs, hopefully, and to conduct business appropriately, and to gain a little bit of that momentum back, and maybe those sponsors back, and so yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of mending that they're going to have to do. But that, I think they understand that, and it just comes with the territory. And to have a name like Microsoft reach out to these sponsors, I don't think it's going to be any problem at all for them to get that clout back and everything that they need. I think for us gamers, especially like us PC gamers, one of the things that I've been thinking about is, will the BattleNet app go away in lieu of the Xbox app? Are they going to integrate all of these games into the Xbox app, which I would like, because that's one less app I have to have on my computer to launch a game. So, I think there needs to be some unity between a lot of these apps and developers and stuff, and getting rid of. Go ahead.
That'll be a big change in the tide too, right? Because Microsoft, again, they flounder with their stores. They flounder with their stores everywhere, But if they do converge those two together, you're going to have more people that are going to be buying games on platform, right? They're kind of setting themselves up to kind of start to maybe get a little piece of Steam, a little piece of Epic, GOG. I don't think they're gonna get a piece of them, but there's other launchers out there. EA's, they're already kind of in bed with EA too, so
yeah, you still have to use the EA launcher to launch some of the EA games. Kind of a pain in the ass at the end of the day, but they'll eventually get that squared away. I think the Xbox app in general with Game Pass Ultimate and stuff is still pretty new. They're still trying to iron out some bugs, and maybe they'll get those ironed out before they try to take on merging BattleNet and Xbox, the Xbox app. And when they do, I think it'll be good. But I think it's going to be at least a couple years before they do that. But my thing is, like, just get it done eventually. Just the gamers hate having 6 or 7 different launchers because they want to play different games. Like, I hate having the Epic Store launcher, and I hate having the Ubisoft launcher, and the Steam launcher, and Xbox launcher, and this launcher and that launcher, and it's a pain. It's a pain.
Yeah. It'll be interesting, when they get this. I think cross platforms getting stronger all the time too. So there's always that communication piece. When I'm playing with my COD friends, are we talking in game, or are we in the Xbox app? In the Xbox app, part of me that doesn't want to like it, but there's the part of me that respects it because it works really good.
It does. It does.
And you're able to sort your inputs and outputs. You're able to individually mix them. It's well done. So
there's
it's
a lot
not
of beauty
so
in
far
it.
off from. Yeah, it's not so far off from actual Discord in a lot of ways and stuff. So if you can get that with I think this I think really the mobile piece is going to be really interesting to see, because I think that's a lot of what they bought here too, was that mobile market and the COD mobile market. COD mobile's big. There's a lot of people playing that too. So
yeah, just like PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile's huge. It's real. Like, when it comes to FPSs or third person shooters on mobile, it's really those 2 games. But when it comes to like other games, like it's Candy Crush, or like when you're thinking about mobile games, it's Candy Crush or COD Mobile or PUBG Mobile, or if you watch a lot of YouTube, there's a lot of YouTubers, I forget the one that the boys do all the time, like that they're always plugging, but
Shadow Raid Legends.
Yeah, Shadow Raid Legends. That's exactly it. It. You knew it.
Yeah. Everyone knows it now.
And I could see Microsoft partnering up with like a company like Razer to get into the mobile gaming space. Like, Razer has a legit mobile phone, like gaming mobile phone, and we know how the Microsoft phones went. Like, you don't really see them anymore. I don't even know if they're really a thing.
They're not. They've adopted Android, and then they kind of skin it Microsoft style. So it's Android.
So I mean, maybe they get back in the mobile phone market. Maybe they don't. I think they need to get into the mobile gaming market, and like I said, partner with somebody like Razer, who's already making a really good gaming mobile device, and really try to push it mainstream. But you have your housewives and stuff that are still playing Candy Crush while sitting on the toilet, so you can still go after those people.
Played a little Candy Crush in my day, and
on the toilet.
Yeah.
So guys, if you've been enjoying the podcast so far and like to support us so we can keep creating more content, we've got a Patreon that you can actually visit at patreon.agamingmoment.com. Become a Patreon and gain exclusive benefits such as early access to episodes, monthly AMAs, and an additional monthly bonus episode. So sign up today.
So hey guys, we also like to really engage the community, and this is a pretty hot topic. And go ahead, guys, and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and tweet us and message us. And what's your take on this story? Is this going to be good? Is this going to be bad? Where's the problem for you? I've seen a mix of reactions from people. A lot of people just not big Microsoft fans, and I get it. I've always said I prefer Microsoft over Sony because I just said they're inherently lesser evil.
The lesser of two evils, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things. But reach out to us. Let's talk about it and where the problem's going to be. I'd like to hear some more some more points on this, and this is going to be a big topic for a while.
For a little while.
Activision. I mean, Activision's been a polarizing, um, group here for a while now with COD and some of the allegations and Overwatch and stuff like that. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm personally, I'm just kind of at the sit and wait position. I mean, we haven't really seen much come from the Bethesda acquisition that happened not too long ago. Right. We haven't seen any like, oh, this is Xbox exclusive content, or we're releasing Xbox exclusive DLC, or Microsoft exclusive DLC. So, for all we know, this could just run like business as usual. And they're really just coming in to clean up from the top down and try to right the ship from all these allegations and everything.
I think they're just coming in to line their pockets, and they're gonna put a little polish on it. But I don't think their intent is to really mix too much stuff up with these.
They've been working,
they're
right?
doing pretty good.
Yeah,
they're working. They're making cash, fat cash. The investors like it. People wouldn't be buying Microsoft stock if they didn't believe in this. So I think it's going to be a good thing. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. Like I said, as long as they don't change much, like give us better support for COD. When we have issues, like a little bit more responsive on the cheating or the hacking accusations, and a review system. Maybe do something like PUBG does, where you have a peer review system where you can have a group of people go in and review the footage and stuff that people submit. Yep. And then submit a vote, and then after so many votes, that account gets temporarily banned or permanently banned, depending on how egregious the accusation is. And I think that's the best way to go about it. And hopefully Microsoft will listen to the community when they make recommendations. Now, I know there's some crazy recommendations out there, but for the most part, we as a community are we know what we want out of a game, and we're telling these developers what we want out of a game. So hopefully, and Microsoft usually does a pretty good job at listening to their user base, at least when it comes to the Windows side and the Office 365 kind of things. And they've done a really good job. These games are now going to have the ability to be on the Azure platform, to have a stable cloud system or a stable storage system.
I mean, there you go. Microsoft's cloud and their Xbox Live and stuff has been the best system, really out there and stuff like that. There's a good backbone there, and COD struggled a couple times. COD struggled in the start of the epic, COD struggled in the start of the pandemic with just overall sheer flow of gamers. I remember queuing up for games for 15-20 minutes to play COD. So I think and even the Xbox was some of that stuff too. So this will be good.
And they still do that games with gold stuff, so maybe we'll start seeing some of the old COD games come out on Games for Gold. God, bring back Modern Warfare. Just let me play Modern Warfare 2 again, and I'd be so happy. I sold the discs. I'm not too happy about that, but I don't have. Just let me play it. That's all I want. Just bring it back. Bring it back. And they might sink money in because they know people want these modern, like maybe they want Modern Warfare 2 remastered. They haven't done a Modern Warfare 2 remastered, I don't think, like they did with
I think it's coming. I think there's some strong rumors saying that there's going to be a Modern Warfare 2 to follow up this next season here, and that'll be good because Modern Warfare, the current Modern Warfare, best COD yet.
It was good. The storyline was good. Because it built on the storyline of Modern Warfare 1, the OG Modern Warfare 2. Like it had well, it didn't build on it. It was the prequel to all of that, but
Yeah.
you know, it built on that entire story. It gave us more juice to the story, and I as a person who enjoys a good story out of a game, that's what I really enjoyed out of it. Like that's the reason why I played Grand Theft Auto, was for the story. You know, the story mode was really like the multiplayer online mode. It's cool, but the story mode, like being in depth with those characters and doing the missions with those characters and everything, that's what I enjoyed on that. So, but anyways, guys, that's it for this episode. Let us know on your social. Let us know. Let me retry that again. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Let us know on social your thoughts on what you think is going to happen now that Microsoft is going to own Activision Blizzard. Next week, we'll get back to our regular format, starting off by talking about our favorite game, PUBG, and how going free to play has changed the dynamics of the game, or has it? And thank you guys for listening in. Consider our Patreon to support the podcast, and also by going to merch.agamingmoment.com and picking up some really cool gear that we have. And be sure to subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform, and as always, be sure to leave us a 5-star review of the podcast, and check back weekly for the next episode. And until next time, guys, keep grinding.